Aston Villa now know it's 20 more minutes to go and the bloody Wi-Fi went. We were having a nice chat and the bloody Wi-Fi went. Yeah, we were having a nice chat and the bloody Wi-Fi went. So if anyone has come to this stream from that stream, welcome here. But it's Jack Grealish now dribbling through. Could this be the game where we increase our goal difference? Rodri. Rodri does well over there. Jack Grealish again. JSK says, I missed the fourth goal. Welcome back, JSK. The bloody Wi Fi was disconnected at the wrong time. We were having a good discussion. It was Phil Foden, JSK. Phil Foden scoring from range again. Phil Foden with his hat trick. I mean, if Foden continues this form, how will you even drop him? Phil Foden with the hat trick, JSK. JSK says, and how you got disconnected the Wi Fi? The Wi Fi went off. The Wi Fi went off for a minute or so and then it came back again. So in the Streamlab software it will say connecting and it's just it will be reloading for you guys. That's all. It'll never be connected. So yeah. By the way, JSK, Julian Alvarez or Erling Haaland, what do you think against Real Madrid? That's a very big question. It's the question that it's a devil's dilemma. I call it the devil's dilemma. Julian Alvarez or Erling Haaland. Because, like I was mentioning in the previous stream, Rudiger would man mark Erling Haaland physically. I mean, we look at it when centre backs actually man mark Erling Haaland physically. William Saliba did that. Gabriel did that. Arsenal game to an extent. Van Dijk did that in that Liverpool game to an extent. Rudiger did that last time when we played Real Madrid. He's like out of the game. But if you play Julian Alvarez, then I think you basically nullify both the centre backs. They don't have anything to do. It's a big call. It's a big question of what Pep will do. To be honest. Ah, Jack Grealish should have been better. Jack Grealish should have done better over there. Let us check the scores of all of the games. Arsenal has finished 2-0. Brentford Brighton has finished 0-0. City is 4-1. It's continuing and Rodri goes off as expected. JSK says Julian Alvarez at Bernabeu. That is interesting. Matthews Nunez comes on. Kovacic comes on. I mean, I don't know why he's doing that. You're not gonna blow away a three-goal cushion. Come on, give some minutes to Oscar Bob. Interesting. Julian Alvarez at the Bernabeu. Haaland at the Etihad. Interesting, JSK. I would actually play Julian Alvarez in both the games, but then how will Haaland take it? I do not think he can drop Phil Foden with this kind of a form. He scored a hat trick here, so he'll not drop Phil Foden. But my worry is he'll throw Phil Foden on the left flank. I mean, do you think JSK that Aru says 4-1? It is. I was very much impressed by that one goal to Aston Villa that you had predicted, Arus, because that actually removed the entire stress from me. I'm like, it's that one goal. If Aston Villa don't score more than one goal, I think we have a very good chance of winning the game. But but I think I mean looking at the performances of Foden against Brentford, he's played in the center and he scored a hat trick, right? Against Everton, he's brought you back from the dead. Uh, Phil Foden's had some superb games playing at the center, and suddenly in some of the biggest games, I mean this could be another reason why we have not secured victories against top six. I mean, in some of the biggest games, where do you see Phil Foden playing? Against Arsenal, Pep threw Foden on the left hand side. Against Liverpool, De Bruyne centre, Pep threw Foden on the left hand side. Against Arsenal, both the legs Foden played on the left hand side. I mean, in the biggest games, Aston Villa away, Foden played on the left hand side. I think in the biggest games which we have not won against the traditional top four, top five, Pep has always played Foden on the left hand side. He's preferred Alvarez in the center instead of even Foden. If you guys remember, in until January, sort of February as well. So actually think the Pep's also at fault that if we don't win the league this season because of his utilization of Foden. Jesus and Oscar Bob will leave like Palmer if he doesn't get managed exactly. Jesus says Arush is on fire. What great prediction, Arush. Great prediction. You just calm some of our nerves as well, literally. Because after seeing your prediction, I'm right. So confident. Has to be near that score line, but it's wow, 4-1. Arush says, I feel Oscar is still so young and he knows that City can make his future. He won't leave, I think so. The thing, Arush, I think Oscar Bob is around 22 years already. He's around 22 if I'm not wrong. Rico Lewis, great ball from Rico Lewis. Grealish does well. Jeremy Doku. I think Oscar is ready for the first team. I think his decision making, everything is just superb. Mateo Kovacic, that is great from Matthews Nunes. His body positioning over there is superb. That would have been a wonder strike. The run, the take, and the finish, that would have been wonderful, Matthews Nunes, to be honest. Oscar Bob is coming on. Sergio Gomez is coming on. I think it's Doku who's going off and Phil Foden who's going off. What a night for Phil Foden. Phil Foden this season has truly arrived. I mean, does Phil Foden have a chance of breaking the record of Arush says Oscar is still 20. Okay, okay. I thought he was around 22, something like that, but 20. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's a good point then. Arush says Oscar is still 20. He will turn 21 in July. I think Pep will give him more team form like uh more team minutes like October or something. I think we have all seen the Phil Foden model on how Pep is grooming players. You know, the Phil Foden model when there was a time 2 3 years back when everyone was shouting that Foden should leave the club in search of more minutes. When Sancho left to Dortmund, everyone said even Foden should leave because Sancho was such a success and stuff. I think Pep managed Foden perfectly to the T, perfectly to the T. Given him exposure everywhere, right from left back to cam, to left wing, to right wing. I think false nine. Foden's played in pretty much every position. I think across the front five positions, and also in the full back position. So I think young players have confidence on Pep, and I think with Oscar Bob as well, I think that is the plan. To be honest, that is the plan on how to groom him. With Micah Hamilton as well, I think that is the plan because these are two players I see a lot of potential in them. Micah Hamilton and Oscar Bob. I think we are now 10 goals behind Arsenal on goal difference. It would be nice if we can score one or two goals here. That would just ease up the goal difference, to be honest. I mean, Foden's come of age so well. Foden's come of age so well. Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob, almost getting there. Oscar Bob, well done. I mean, at another time, if certain players didn't leave, it could have been Jadon Sancho playing on that left wing, Romeo Lavia at CDM, Phil Foden playing central attacking midfield. Rico Lewis now playing at right back and inverting Oscar Bob playing with us. It would have been four or five academy players playing with us. Cole Palmer playing somewhere there on the right wing. Sancho, just imagine the Sancho left wing and Palmer right wing forward and central midfield. That would just have been some mark of the academy, right? Some message that the academy players have arrived. Arus says, if not Oscar, I think Sergio Gomez would go on loan. I mean, before sending Gomez on loan, I think I would love to see Sergio Gomez being given minutes on that left wing. Because Sergio Gomez in the under 23 Euros or something, his under 23 World Cup, I think, has gone there and he's got the golden boot. I think it's the under 23 Euros, has gone there and he's got the golden boot, playing on that left wing position. So I think, and Sergio Gomez has an excellent cross in him. I think you could try Sergio Gomez as a good alternative to Jack Grealish, to be honest, on that left wing because he can maintain the width defensively. He already has that nous of a left back. Gomez for me would be a very interesting proposition on the left wing. Look at Rico Lewis over there. He's he's letting the ball dance on a string. Aston Villa take the ball. I mean, let us just check the amount of goals that Phil Foden has scored, to be honest. This stat is very interesting. Arush says, It would be interesting to see how Pep would manage Foden and Claudio together. Yeah, that's another interesting thing, Arush. Claudio Echeverri, and we must not forget, we have also got that Girona winger, right? What is his name? That Girona winger. My God, used to watch Girona's matches a lot, but since the last 1.5 month, I'm not watching those Girona matches. Savio, Savinho, yeah, Savio, Savinho, whatever you call him. So Savio is also arriving on the right wing, so it will be interesting. Oscar Bob takes the ball and Julian Alvarez. It's not been Alvarez's day, to be honest. He should have scored at least two goals. I would like him to get one goal today, at least Julian Alvarez. What a ball that is! What a ball that is! Yosko! That is a great block. Fantastic block. Claudio Echeverri could be interesting as well, but I guess news is Pep will send him to loan for one more season. I mean, this is another other reason why I do not want someone like what's his name, Bayer Leverkusen, someone like a Florian Wirtz at the club, because suddenly you'll have too many players occupying the same spot, and my this thing is Foden will be thrown somewhere down that left hand side. But Arush, you have been very accurate. 4-1, not nothing extra, exactly 4-1. Wow. Hats off to your prediction skills, man. Exactly 4-1. Alvarez does extremely well. They're running back and getting the ball. Julian Alvarez, Jack Grealish could have played in Oscar Bob, but chose to go himself. Julian, Sergio Gomez, giving it to no one. Arush says Pep knows how to create a young player. It's all about trusting in the process, Arush. It's all about trusting in the process, I think. Where Cole Palmer did not trust, that is a great run from Jack Grealish. Alvarez has to score. Ah, not been Alvarez Day at all. So where a Cole Palmer did not trust, where a Jadon Sancho did not trust, you have a Phil Foden who had the world at his feet, who constantly came in the top five of the best young talents ratings in the last 4 5 years. Till he trusted Pep with low minutes and stuff. So where you had Jadon Sancho and Cole Palmer who did not trust, you had a Phil Ford and you now have a Rico Lewis, you have an Oscar Bob who are trusting him. So I think it's all about, trusting Pep Guardiola with the process. And Pep's proven it as well, right from creating Leo Messi. I mean, people say that people don't give enough credit in the creation of Leo Messi to Pep Guardiola. Yes, Leo Messi was already talented before Pep Guardiola came. Messi had everything. But what was the position Messi was playing before Pep came? Somewhere on the right wing, or he was playing somewhere on the wing, right? But after Pep came, Pep almost created that position of a false nine, right? For Messi to, move in those spaces. That is where Messi was so effective. So I think Pep knows to get the most out of a player's talents, most out of a player's abilities. Just imagine if that move from false nine to from wing to false nine had never happened. Pep and Messi never came together. I do not think Messi would have reached as much heights as he has done today. So I think Pep needs to be given a lot of credit. Arsenal fans expecting a favor from their old manager Unai Emery, I'm sorry, will just be left in so much disappointment. Jack Grealish, Alvarez just cannot score today. Ha! Sergio Gomez, how did he miss? How did he miss that? How did Sergio Gomez miss that? I have no clue at all. I have no idea. How did Sergio Gomez bloody miss that? I have no idea at all. I think one of those rare matches in the last couple of months where you're just able to sit down and relax and watch, to be honest. Arush says, feels like Alvarez has been a bit rusty. I mean, easily Alvarez also should have had a hat trick, right, Arush? It was easy. And I think the plus point is that he's still getting into those fantastic positions. But Alvarez has been top class all round, right? Apart from his goal scoring, this thing Alvarez has been top class in terms of pressing, in terms of tracking back, getting hold of the ball, and everything except the goals has been top class. I mean, the more and more you're actually seeing, I think the more and more I'm actually seeing Alvarez play and also Haaland play. I think Alvarez suits this team better, to be honest. I mean, dare I say that a section of the fans will be against me, but man, I don't know what you feel, what you guys feel, but I just think this team has Alvarez suited to it much more than Haaland. But a Phil Foden hat trick and we move on, we march on, nothing to celebrate. More stressful nights to look forward to, more tense nights to look forward to. Nothing, nothing much to celebrate. Just look up, thank Destiny for the victory, thank Phil Foden for the victory, and just move on. What a display by Phil Foden with the hat trick. What a hat trick by Phil Foden. Commit the hour, commit the man, and he's got 14 goals. I think the record of Lampard is 17 goals in a season or something like Yaya Toure had 17 goals or something. I think Foden will break I think Foden will break the record for the highest number of goals in a season by a midfielder. So a tense game, certainly a tense game at half time. It was 2-1, but it was 1-1 for 40 minutes. And after that, Foden, created that 2-1, and then we should have had at least two or three more goals, but we didn't take our chances. So City sit on 67 points, 1 point behind Arsenal. Liverpool on 67 points as well. with the game in hand. So that's how close this is, guys. The title race still is life in it. Just believe, just believe that we can do it. Just have hope in this team. I've seen a lot of guys telling that after the draw with Arsenal, the race is finished. No, the race is not finished. Just believe in the team. Miracles can happen. This team has showed us that miracles do happen. Just believe in this team, and we'll fight till the end. Like the motto says, fight till the end. Sai Kiran is here. He says good night, Sai Kiran. Fight till the end, guys. And by the way, have you guys seen the Netflix documentary that just dropped? I think on Tuesday it has dropped. In India, it has dropped on Tuesday. So that Netflix documentary will be interesting, actually. So great game again, a great night at the Etihad. Not a tense night, not an utterly memorable night. Yes, memorable for Phil Foden, but it's just another game at the Etihad, and we all thoroughly enjoyed it. Haru says, great game today. See you again against Palace. Bye, Harush, and spot on with the prediction. Spot on with the prediction. See you guys again and take care. Good night.